Like, look at him. He's so cute. Like, this creature, this little thing. I like... How can you even be this cute? I'm not sure. Look at his amazing eyes. There's so much wisdom. So much to learn from just looking into these eyeballs. Don't you think? Is that a slug? No. People need to stop calling Cumbercat a slug. I must start punching you with my tail. It's obviously a cat and a cucumber. A sea cucumber, okay? Slug my ass. Or... Don't slug my ass, please. Anyway, he's not a slug. Anyhow. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Not entirely sure what slug my ass would intend, you know? What does that even mean? Okay, the Nina Lynn files. I actually have no idea who Nina Lynn is. So I am intrigued. Let's see, do we have sound?
Once said, the
we
end
do have
justifies the means. Nowhere is this more true than in the attention economy. Whether it's harassing people in public, disrespecting citizens of a foreign country, and then getting punched in the face, or showing off your epic dance moves. It's all worth it for the clicks.
Okay, what are we watching?
Sometimes the attention gets to people's heads.
I'm scared.
They make a career off of rage bait. And while it definitely works in the short term, when you have a past as dark as Nina Lynn, it has to backfire sooner or later.
You try to piss off female streamers, and then when you get a reaction that you wanted, why are you so...
I'm intrigued. What do we think she did? I bet some of you know, but I'm always slow to these things. What the hell did she do? Do I even want to know? Oh my god, I'm too close to her face.
Emotional, like...
She has broadcast herself sexually assaulting a man.
I already forgot about the pencil troll and his mama bodyguard. Oh my god. I low-key forgot about him as well. I think it's better to just forget about such person, not gonna lie. What was his name again? Jack something? I don't remember.
And before...
Put that on Twitter. I bet you won't. I bet you won't.
It's not alleged. It's on stream. It's right there in plain sight.
Even after this whole ban, listen, bro! Ain't no better marketing team than the haters. I'll tell you that right now.
Today, we explore the answer to one question. Does committing a series of crimes on livestream pay off? And if it does, what's the reward?
I won't go to jail. I won't go to jail. Okay?
Okay.
Before Twitch, Nina began her online presence on TikTok. Some of her oldest videos appear to be wiped from the account, so it's hard to tell what the very first content she ever posted was. However, what we do know is that she went viral pretty quickly after joining the platform for one simple reason: her voice.
Alright, so a mini pro tip for when you're walking at night. I got you right now. Always carry a walk with you. Alright?
This may sound a little odd to say out loud, but I have to because it's the truth. People simply did not expect an Asian girl to have a deep voice with a thick Bronx accent.
Bro, she done clogged the damn toilet.
What?
Look at her.
What's the thing with deep voices on women? Why is that so intriguing for people? I've gotten that compliment a lot as well. Is it really that unusual? I'm not sure.
Look at her, look at her. What?
A Bronx accent.
The top comments on her early videos show that people were immediately caught off guard by the way she sounded. While on platforms like YouTube, a gimmick as simple as this wouldn't be enough to carry any kind of consistent viewership, TikTok is built different. All it takes is one out of the ordinary feature, whether it be your appearance, the way you eat.
Your voice is much better, Zero. You sound annoying. I think you just might be a little bit biased. Not gonna lie. But I'm here for it. I'm here for it, and thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Or your epic dance moves, and you can be a star. This was also during 2020.
Oh man, I wish I could dance. Pandemic. That's why I need one of those, what's it called? 3D models? So I can dance. That would be so cool. Most men on the internet are thinking about the uwu, I don't know how to say that, uwu voice. So is a uwu voice better than a deep voice? I always thought so, but apparently not. Apparently not.
Everyone was locked inside their homes with nothing to do but stare at screens, so it didn't take much to get some attention. Nina's early videos are actually
was
pretty
it during
mundane.
the big C word? It feels like so many people started their career during this C word era. As in disease, nothing. As in the disease, and nothing else. Okay. Your voice is very pretty. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
She would walk around New York
That's
City
still
at night,
wild to
dance
me
on top
that you
of
guys
boxes,
think so.
dance in front of the cops, and do makeup tutorials.
Isn't this what YouTubers be doing? Yo, I'm a YouTuber, stop! Okay, but I use this shade right here.
At this point in time, I'd even say that she was actually likable. Most of her content was just
She
her
was
having fun
actually
with her friends
likable.
and documenting her experience in the Big Apple. Now, one
sounds like she's done some horrendous things. If the sentiment changed that much. Actually likable.
you may be thinking is, isn't it dangerous for a girl to be walking around New York City alone in the middle of the night? I mean, bad things do happen.
I'd be
you
scared.
just never know.
I'd be hella
well, that's
scared.
exactly why a lot of her content gave advice to women in case they need to fend off attackers.
This is what I call the eggplant roaster 3000.
As inoffensive or even funny as a lot of her videos were, there were also early signs of reckless behavior. One thing she was known for was hopping onto moving vehicles and riding them down the street. It doesn't seem like anybody actually got hurt in these videos, and overall, this
That's
is pretty
scary as
harmless
hell.
compared to what
And also, if someone got hurt, the poor freaking driver that couldn't control it, you know? Jesus. I always wanted to go to New York. I still want to go to New York, just so I can say that I have been to New York. And I also want to see all the things. But not gonna lie, I've always heard that New York is hella dirty. And it's a bit of a scary city. So I'm like, maybe just a day trip to New York would be nice.
she gets up to later. But it seems like even at this early stage of her career, she knew that reckless activity and being a public nuisance was a recipe for attention.
You know it's time to go home when all you see is garbage trucks. Sis, what's happening? What's good? What's
New
good?
York
Where
is
you
scary.
riding? What's riding?
Oh
I'm
no.
riding garbage truck.
This video of her riding a trash truck was posted in December of 2020, and it racked up almost 25 million views.
What?
And pretty
Why?
much all of the comments are positive. When something like this goes viral, it creates a positive reinforcement loop for the creator. The more sensational they act, the more attention they get.
This is so odd to me.
I'm dead. Oh,
They are conditioned by social media to consistently up the ante for the sake of views. So Nina began devising ways to one-up herself, with probably the funniest example being her attendance of the Met Gala. If you're not familiar, the Met Gala is a yearly fundraising event. Celebrities show up in strange outfits to walk the red carpet.
You have a
and
very
get their
nice
pictures
voice,
taken,
very calming.
and it gets
Oh.
a ton of coverage from mainstream media outlets.
That's
It's a very
nice, I
high-profile
suppose.
thing.
Thank you.
Not just anyone can attend. You pretty much need to be a member of the press or an A-list celebrity to go to this thing. Nina Lynn is neither. So how did she get in?
Yeah,
From what
how
I
did
can
she
see,
get
it
in?
actually
Hello?
wasn't that difficult. She just bought a decent suit, made a fake press pass with the name Tina Parker, and put on her best poker face. She got a bunch of selfies with celebrities,
boy, I could die happy now.
and she also had a full-on conversation with Jimmy Fallon.
Did she just scam herself into the Met Gala? I took a bus through New York, had to switch buses, and while we waited, a riot almost happened because people didn't want to wait any longer. What? What the hell? A riot? Because of buses being late? I mean, it's very annoying. But I don't think that would ever happen in Sweden. We are too timid, most of us. We don't even want to sit next to each other. So there's that.
Oh, damn.
In a rack of clothes, 3 gray suits.
Why are you exposing him?
Huh?
Why are you exposing your friend?
Oh, I'm not exposing. No, look at him now. That was back in 2003.
Okay, good. Exactly.
Nina went into the event making jokes about how the last time she was wearing a suit, it was for a court appearance. She thought she would have to pull it out again after she got kicked out. But surprisingly, she just got
kicked
away
out.
with it. At the end of the gala, she just walked out of the doors with everyone else from the press section. People watching on TV were shocked to see Nina standing off to the side, chatting it up with some of America's
What the hell?
most
She just scammed
expensive
her way
cultural
into the Met
exports.
Gala and
Obviously,
no one noticed?
sneaking in like this isn't something anyone should do because it can risk some serious legal
At the Met
consequences
Gala?
if they find
Hello?
out you're not supposed to be there. But I have to admit, this whole thing is pretty funny, and it's not like she really hurt anyone by doing it. On top of all of that, Nina was able to reap some serious rewards from this whole endeavor. Her YouTube video documenting the experience got 800,000 views. Her video on the carpet itself got 36 million views on TikTok, pushing her to millions
Holy
of followers
sheesh.
on the platform. She was quickly becoming one of the most interesting people on the entire website, and because of that, she was able to begin networking. You may be familiar with channels on YouTube like Cut or Jubilee. They have
No.
a bunch of
Should
different
I know
stuff,
about
like
these
debates,
channels?
dating shows, Would You Rather, Guess My Phobia. There's a lot
Huh?
of different ways to take this kind of content, but the commonality is that it relies on gathering a bunch of
Guys, guess my phobia. Guess it. I don't think I have one, to be honest. Maybe I do. I'm a bit afraid of heights, I guess. That's why we live underwater. It makes sense, okay? Snow! Snow, dew, wind. Goddamn Pongo. Yes, wind. Wind annoys me so much. Like, there's nothing that triggers me as much as wind. And it makes sense, guys. It makes sense. And not like a nice wind. I mean wind that's kind of just like, it feels like it's bullying you. That kind of wind. It's especially, and it's always that kind of wind when you have to carry something or be outside for a longer period of time. A phobia of having a phobia. Oh my god, I bet that is a thing. I bet that is a thing. I bet it even has a name. Let's see. Phobia of having a phobia. Oh. Not interested. Oh, spelling. Oh, phobophobia. Damn, phobophobia. That sounds like it should be some freaking dinosaur or something, not gonna lie.
people from different backgrounds and having them interact to see what happens.
What am I lacking?
Your face is a little weird.
Why is it so weird?
I don't know.
Who says that?
With the success of this content, a lot of channels have popped up to fill in more specific niches, with one such person being Jimmy Zhang. His videos usually focus on people with Asian American backgrounds, and seeing as Nina was a part of that category, she was invited to take part. This episode is titled Asians Rank Their Childhood Trauma, and it features all of these people sharing difficult experiences from their youth for everyone to see. Most of them describe trauma that was inflicted on them in their early years, and when it came time for Nina's turn, she went into the details of her difficult upbringing, part of which was actually some harm that she caused someone else. She opens by saying that she was raised by foster parents for the first few years of her life, where she was physically disciplined by them when she would act out of line. I have to say it this way or YouTube will destroy me, but you know what I mean. At the age of 8,
I
actually
am not
moved in with her
reading that out
biological
loud,
family.
but
Her
bless
brother
your
was 6
soul
years
and
old
get
by
some
the time
help.
they met for the first time, at which point Nina turned the physical aggression to him.
I've never been in a relationship, but I have a relationship problem with my little brother. So I was really aggressive with my younger brother, and he was like 6. So I beat him until he was like 15 or 13.
This was apparently so bad that someone ended up calling CPS on her family. They thought that Nina's dad was the one dishing out the beatings, so they wanted to legally punish him. When the family was interrogated by the police, Nina's parents refused to give her up, probably because they feared she would re-enter the foster system. Meanwhile, Nina, for fear she could suffer consequences, was physically aggressive even more with her brother to, in her eyes, make sure that he wouldn't say anything to the investigators. From there, they all flew to China to evade the police until the situation blew over. If that sounds like a really crazy story, that's because it is. But I'm not making this up. Nina detailed all of this in the video, and you can see Jimmy standing next to her, just staring into the distance in horror as she describes everything that happened.
And we went to China for a month, came back. My dad almost got arrested because they thought it was my dad beating him. But it was actually me.
I think there's a point where you should just shut up. Like, you look at the people around you. Read the room. This is weird. This is just next level concerning.
Nina goes on to say that there were some serious psychological consequences to her younger brother because of this, including depression.
I think it wasn't the physical beating that was the worst part. It was the mental. Like, it really.
What? What happened here? Why does she just keep on yapping? Like, why would you yap about this?
Hindered him. It disabled him from like being able to express himself. It took me like 6 years to say sorry to him. So I feel like that's why for me, I can't really be affectionate to a lot of people because I don't really know how to. So I only know how.
Because you, well, I can't say that. Never mind.
How to be loud and aggressive, right?
On one hand, she claims that she had received similar treatment while in foster care, and this behavior pattern started before she was even 8 years old. So a lot of people were willing to cut her some slack. The fact that she was so willing to tell the story in full, including the part—
That's the thing. Like, why is she telling the entire story like that? And not thinking like, maybe this is something that you just shouldn't share to everyone in a video? That makes the people around you very, very awkward. Also, like, what kind of person does this? Where is her brother now? Are we sure that he is alive? Just saying.
Parts that made her look bad is also somewhat commendable. Additionally, if she's being totally honest here, her parents themselves were complicit in the behavior, reinforcing the harmful cycle she was taking part in by not making her stop. One of the top comments on the video commends her for being so vulnerable. Not gonna lie, I think it takes balls for Nina to come on this public platform and say the things she said, admit and acknowledge the trauma she caused, and be remorseful about it. Not many people can do that, and definitely still are actively doing it. Some never apologized and just choose to sweep it under the rug. But I hope the brother watches this and realizes that her sister has grown and loves him very much, and hope he's doing great in college and happier. Definitely being in foster care and then growing up as the oldest sibling in the house, then finding out you have a brother out of the blue is not something that happens to a lot of people. There is definitely some truth to this statement. On the other hand, Nina also admits that this went on until she was 15 and he was 13. And even after it stopped, it took 6 years for her to even apologize. While you're absolutely not a fully conscious adult by the time you're 15, you definitely should know better than you did when you were 8 years old. So this behavior could still be somewhat concerning. Ultimately,
I'm so sorry for her little brother.
If
what
her
the
brother
hell?
Has forgiven her and she never repeats this behavior past this point, it's none of my business. But that is also kind of the problem. Arguably, it should be no one's business but her and her brother's. Even if he did forgive her, I don't think it's necessarily beneficial for anybody for her to be talking about this stuff in minute detail on a platform as public as a YouTube video with almost 3 million views. If this revelation was made in some ancient, obscure social media post, it would be more understandable. But she deliberately chose to break this news on a pretty large channel. It's their story and it's their prerogative. But at the same time, if there's other outlandish behavior in the future, this kind of thing will naturally be used against her. Within 3 months, Nina told this story again, this time in a video titled Asians Go to Therapy for the First Time. And this time around, she was a lot more careful with how she discussed the topic. She provides a lot more information on what led up to her aggression toward her brother, with her parents springing the role of older sister on her very suddenly, and then allowing her brother to use—
I wish there was more of a silver lining than story years later. I'd like to hear an update that they hang out more now. If I was the brother, I wouldn't want to be close to her ever. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. So maybe sorry is all she can do. And maybe that's for the best. Who knows?
Her things that were previously exclusively hers. While it does go a long way to explain why she behaved the way that she did, and that it wasn't out of pure sadism, she specifically doesn't mention that the aggression continued until they were both teenagers, which may have been on purpose. Regardless, because of the extremely casual viewers who followed her content at this point, this information didn't really lead to any kind of backlash, and Nina was able to further parlay her popularity into other avenues. Drewski is a popular comedian. You might recognize him for the very viral whiteface bit that he did recently. But his biggest claim to fame is his YouTube channel.
Why do I never know of these people? Like when I watch these videos, people, they are always saying like dropping names of YouTubers and TikTokers and everything. Like I should know who they are, but I never do. And I feel like I'm missing out. I get a bit of a FOMO because I'm like, why have I never seen this kid or this person ever? I swear to God. All my social media, it's just animals. All I watch are the videos of cats, dogs, and horses. That's literally everything. And some K-pop. But other than that, not much else. You're not alone. I don't know these people. Thank God. Thank the Lords. Because I'm always like, who? Who's that? What is this? What is this channel?
In Could Have Been Records, he takes auditions from aspiring rappers, taking the role of record executive, offering them a chance at the big leagues.
You got a hell of a voice, boy.
Hey, it's like an angel, ain't it?
Yeah. Anybody tell you look like R. Kelly?
No, come on now.
No, because your name Richard, you look like Robert a little bit.
No.
Little bit, though.
The more recent installment to this show is called Could Have Been Love. It's a dating show where he interviews a series of bachelorettes, all with the chance of being his fair lady. Given Nina's sense of humor and general temperament, she was a perfect choice for the show, and she made for a lot of good moments.
What?
So Asian
Wait,
persuasion.
what did that say? What did that say? Wait. Where is my freaking... I'm blind, guys. Oh. I know what happened. My freaking mouse died. Do I need to charge it maybe? Same, I'm not as informed as most. Always memes and music. Yeah. Wait, let's see.
Nina's
100% Chinese. Naturally has a man's voice. Oh no! I've heard that one before as well. Sexually confused. Like in what genders she prefers? Or something else. I probably don't want to know.
And general temperament, she was a perfect choice for the show, and she made for a lot of good moments.
So Asian persuasion, when she walked in there, she got a little yeah, a little bronchitis to it.
I kind of feel in the room it's getting a little steamy in there. I like it. I like to steam my buns, you know.
All right, good talking to you, man. Good talking.
Wait, so they trying to date him?
Yeah, that girl's out her f***ing mind, bro.
Unfortunately for her, she wasn't able to go the distance, being eliminated in episode 4. But if you know anything about this kind of content, it's not really about making it for the entire runtime. The main goal of the contestants is usually to just stay on for as long as possible. The longer they stay, the more screen time they can use to convert to their own platforms. And under the nickname Asian Persuasion, Nina definitely made an impression on people.
Asian persuasion gotta go.
Man, what is something I can't do? It's whatever. But low key though, I'm happy. No, I'm not. I'm not that happy. I'm like sad.
Hello, Farhan. Hello.
Like, I really do like him, you know?
She took part in a follow-up video to the show where she tries to find a new man after Drewski turned her down, once again endearing herself to the audience. By this time, she had also made connections with streamers, where she proved that she was capable of being entertaining in more than just 10-second videos from her TikTok. It is the dream of many TikTokers to transition to more long-form content. On TikTok, making money is pretty damn difficult. If you're able to secure sponsorships, it can be somewhat profitable, but on Twitch and YouTube,
I don't know how to earn money.
More avenues to make
you couldn't tell
from
me.
advertising revenue to memberships, gifted subs,
I thought it was easy to earn money on TikTok.
Sponsors. It's just better.
That just shows
Nina
how
did her
off I
best to
am
appear
when
on
it comes
as
to
many
these things.
streams as possible to grow her audience on Twitch. Under the name Nina Daddy is Back. I guess Nina Lynn would have made too much sense. But this kind of transition can also create the potential for more scrutiny. On TikTok, you can kind of get away with being a totally anti-social nuisance because the platform is insulated from the outside world. Sure, someone might make a YouTube video documenting your misdeeds, but the audience on TikTok is much less judgmental. It's hard to disappoint people. As a streamer, this is not the case. You may have heard some streamers talk about discoverability on Twitch being an issue. What they're referring to
icon
is
you
that
have
on YouTube,
in
if
front
you
of
want
your
your
name.
content
I
to
love
be
it.
discovered, you basically have to cater it in some way to what people want to watch. From there, if you're able to get people to click your video and then get them to watch a good portion of it, the algorithm will automatically recommend that content to similar viewers. On Twitch, that is not the way it works.
The game was rigged from the start.
It's very hard to break into the world of streaming as a newcomer, with one of the only ways being collaborations. Let's say you have 100 viewers.
Oh
you
my God.
collaborate with someone who already has 10,000.
We're gonna be a
From
small
there,
streamer
some
for
portion
life,
of their
guys.
audience will go and
Because
follow
I am
you.
antisocial.
Repeat this enough, and your stream may have a few hundred people watching, which then pushes you up
Collabs
to the
my
middle of the
ears.
category you stream in and allows other new people
Also,
to discover your content.
After watching all these videos, it's very clear that you can't trust anyone. Because it always ends up with people being actually horrendous. So who are you supposed to trust? No one. No one is the answer.
Outside of collabs. This is why so many streamers are view botting nowadays. It instantly pushes you to the top of the page and makes it easy for actual viewers to find
What?
you.
But don't
if you're
you
not
get-
botting,
what?
then collabs are the best way to go. And to make
But if you view bot, oh my God, what a waste of money. Ooh, I don't even want to think about how much money they spend on view botting. But what? Won't they get banned? Won't like Twitch know if they're view botting or not? Hello? I am no one. Clever. Very clever.
that work, you need to be likable. Content creators need to want to work with you and be around you for hours at a time. Despite her abrasive attitude, Nina was definitely managing to network with a lot of streamers, including Kai Cenat, who at the time was the biggest name on all of Twitch. And
I read something about Kai Cenat not streaming anymore. Did he retire for real? For real, for real? Did he?
May of 2025, Kai launched Streamer University. It was pitched as a content boot camp designed to train aspiring talent how to get
I'm gonna have a Pornhub University, guys. Sign up. You will learn absolutely nothing. But it's worth your money, I promise. This is not a scam. Not at all.
noticed. And simultaneously, it was a great chance for them to roll Kai's popularity into their own piece of the pie. Nina was invited, where she did things like host a girls' night for the female contestants.
I will sign up. Silver, you're supposed to say no. Yeah, his ex-girlfriend scarred him badly. What the hell? What did the ex-girlfriend do?
Meet up with big names like Extra Emily, Agent, and Kai himself. There was some mild drama here when she broke one of the event's rules by interacting with someone who wasn't supposed to be on the university campus, but after a quick detention, Kai allowed her to stay. From there, Nina became a regular part of the Twitch social circle. Her YouTube channel started performing pretty well, averaging around 50,000 views a video, with some clips even breaking past that with a few 100,000. Her
She cheated on him? Wait, so Kai Cenat's girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, cheated on him. So he retired from streaming. Yeah, that can't be the reason. He probably earned enough money that he can just retire and do whatever he wants for the rest of his life. That makes sense. Well, technically, she was never his since the start. Okay, I'm confused. Color me Confucius.
Twitch went from a small channel to a few 100,000 followers. She was averaging almost 2,000 viewers live, with peaks of 8, 11, and 19,000. But a series of unfortunate events would quickly turn her from a prospect as one of Twitch's top talent.
Yeah, like so far from what we heard, she just sounds like all of the other annoying streamers and content creators. But I guess we're gonna find out what she actually did. Hello, Benz! Hello, Benz! Welcome in!
To
I like the energy.
That nobody with a decent reputation wants to be around. It actually led to a serious problem for Nina.
Depression.
Mental health is a very serious issue around the world, no matter where you are. Thankfully, I know just where to go. This video is sponsored by YetterBelp. Do you have sad thought?
Yeah.
Does sad thought make you want to suck start a shotgun?
Yeah.
Well, that's okay, because thanks to YetterBelp, you can sit on a Skype call with the guy you do not know who will tell you not to do it. And it's all for the low price of $364
okay, a
per
parody,
second. Now,
I
that's
see.
a steal. Okay, but for real, I have new merch. Check out this beanie right here, okay? You want this beanie. You need to have
That's a
it.
very
Look at
cute
the design,
beanie.
meh? Check out this shirt. It's the first shirt I ever released over a year ago, and it's back in stock for
And that's a
limited time
t-shirt.
only. Check out the classic Stop Gooning hat. It's a hat you're gonna
No,
want.
don't
It's
stop
gonna make you a
gooning.
cool guy
Why
at
the
all the
hell?
parties. I would know.
Why the hell
And it's
will
all
you
available at
promote Stop
turkeytom.shop.
Gooning?
In all seriousness,
Gooners
the downfall
makes,
of Nina Lynn had
VTubing
already been
worth
set
it.
in motion a year prior to the peak of her career. In
We
May of
love
2024,
Gooners.
Nina was on stream with Zoe Spencer, also present.
How long for a diploma from Pond University? It's gonna take your entire lifespan.
Was FaZe Silky, a
What
few
the hell,
cameramen,
lady?
and
What, did I
Saeed,
say something
Silky's
wrong?
assistant.
Did I?
At one point, we see Nina and Zoe forcibly carrying Saeed into another room. Nina verbally says to cut the cameras, and they try to take his clothes off against his will. All of
Why?
this happened
Why would you
right
do that?
after Zoe twerked on him while Nina held him in place so he couldn't escape. I have to censor some of this footage because YouTube doesn't like when footage of a crime being committed is posted to their website, but it's important
Makes
to point
sense.
out that while Saeed was initially going along with it when they were just carrying him, his attitude clearly changed as soon as it moved beyond that. He was clearly not consenting to any of what was happening. And this is especially relevant since even if this was a different situation and it never became a sexually suggestive thing, it's still extremely inappropriate to force someone to be a part of a bit on your stream, from which you'll be the only one benefiting when they're not okay with it.
Hey, yo, cut the cameras, cut the cameras. Yo, cut the cameras, bro. Zo, do your... Let me get my Louis Vuitton store. Hold on. No outside clothes on the bed. Hold on. What's going on?
You can't just forcibly take it out.
That's okay, sounds better than a job. Fair.
It's a nice guy.
But at this point, Zoe's holding Said down while Nina goes through his bag. Okay.
Hold on, this is a nice bag.
When
But
this
why?
initially took place, it was very clear to the chat that this moment should have been avoided entirely. But at every turn, Nina was clearly enjoying it. While this event initially didn't receive a lot of attention outside of Twitch, it resurfaced in October of 2025, with a lot of people calling for those involved to
A video of Nina Lynn holding down Said while Zoe Spencer attempts to twerk on him has resurfaced after Said spoke about feeling uncomfortable during the situation.
suffer some consequences from Twitch itself, either in the form of a suspension or a permanent ban. Saeed made a few tweets claiming that when it went down in 2024, he felt he wasn't taken seriously whatsoever. I've been vocal about the situation originally and nobody cared. It took me a lot to talk about it again, and for the third time, it has hurt me once again, where it'll take me time to heal from it again.
That's
I've been
sad.
invalidated by the other parties,
He
which
must
don't
have felt really uncomfortable then. Did he, like... Well, did they voice in the clip that he didn't want to? Like, multiple times? Because we didn't see much. Which makes sense. This was apparently a crime. Ooh. Ooh. Not good. Not good.
realize what it did. They didn't even post the full thing. There is a part where they literally take me to the room and try to pull down my clothing. When it originally happened, most people were attacking me, and I felt so uncomfortable talking about it that I only talked about it with people that I know. Clearly, Saeed had been...
But why did they do that? What kind of bit is that? To drag someone into a room and try to take off their clothes. Kind of sounds like something that starts with R. Just saying.
hurt, and the people involved never made the situation right. Zoe and Nina were facing a lot of backlash for the incident, presenting them with a few options. Firstly, they could ignore it. It's a fact that ignoring a situation like this will often just make it go away as enough time passes, but that would also leave it unresolved.
I'm so confused how that even, like, how did it even get to the point that they thought that was a fun bit or something fun to do to another person that says no? Like, what the hell? I'm so confused.
Continue to express his emotions about it going forward, and rightfully so. Future enemies of Nina and Zoe could use the situation against them, bringing up the fact that they never made it right. Option 2 is to apologize to try to patch things up, and then move forward. Of course, Saeed wasn't obligated to accept the apology, but an attempt being made could be a sign of personal growth. Option 3 is to say something stupid.
I felt worthless. I felt ugly.
I feel like they're gonna say something stupid. My money is on that option.
I felt gay. I felt that
like that just based on what they told me.
Zoe decided to take a pretty decent route, coming out to say that she feels bad for how she treated Saeed, as at the time, she didn't even think he was uncomfortable.
I didn't mean to make him feel uncomfortable whatsoever. And I know that I definitely crossed the line with everything. I was just trying to be funny, and I was just trying to make a moment for the stream. And
but how is that funny?
I see that what I did came off all wrong, and it's on me. I take full accountability for that. I just want to say, Saeed, and to anybody out there that I made feel uncomfortable, I'm genuinely sorry. I'll definitely do better moving forward. I want the stream life to be fun. I want it to be wild, and I want everybody to feel comfortable.
Okay, well, at least she said sorry. It's something.
Of somebody feeling uncomfortable or feeling violated. So moving forward,
ultimately, it's not up to me to decide if this apology is enough,
chat
if
person.
that's the way to phrase it. It's up to Saeed. What I will say is that unless there's something I'm missing, Zoe seems pretty sincere here. She doesn't really make excuses. She states that while her intention was to be funny for the stream, ultimately it ended up making Saeed feel uncomfortable, and that makes her at fault for what happened. Since this situation, Zoe hasn't been in the news in a negative light, so my assumption is that she learned and hasn't repeated that kind of behavior.
She learned, or she learned not to do shit like that on camera.
She was asked about it at a streamer party, and her response was lacking to say the least.
So what if he says, I feel like you did something wrong?
No, so the whole Saeed thing, no one essay Saeed. That's why today I was actually looking for Saeed. I was gonna talk to him, be like, you definitely felt disrespected as a person. Me, I take accountability what I do. If you deadass felt disrespected, I didn't know. So you gotta let me know. If you did, I will always apologize. I mean, that's just normal people. But for him to walk around and say all that crazy, you never think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
You ain't see Saeed today?
No, I was looking for him. I was looking everywhere for him.
I tried to patch that up.
I think he came out.
No, he was here. But I didn't see him at all. I saw him one time and he disappeared.
No, the moment I came
well, obviously, maybe he doesn't want to be around this person.
Why was he? Okay. But with Saeed, though, I do gotta talk to Saeed. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
That's why I was looking for him all day.
You can play devil's advocate a little bit here and say that she wasn't expecting this question, and consequently, she didn't put any thought into her answer, but clearly, she is downplaying what happened and completely disregarding the possibility that she did something wrong. Her comments about...
Then again, the question is, why would you downplay what happened to begin with? And then you can go further than that and ask, why did they even do it to begin with? Like, hello. So many questions, guys.
It being embarrassing for him to criticize her as a man is pretty disturbing. Basically implying that male victims are weak for talking about their experiences. She also says that she's been looking for him at the party all day, with the implication being that she actually wants to apologize or make it right. But given the comments she made here, I don't think that apology would have been any good. Now, this clip was from someone else's stream, and given how stupid she looked, her own chat had people asking her about the situation once she decided to return to her channel.
I'ma always be all right, bro. Trust me. But I want to make sure he's okay. That ass. But he's been very nice. He's always been very nice to me. You know. Who are we talking about? Guys, we're talking about Saeed. And this situation, what I'm talking about, has nothing to do with YPG, none of that. So I don't want to hear his name, but it only has to do with me and Saeed. And listen, I'm old enough to own up to what I did wrong. And during the situation, I genuinely 100% thought it was a joke. I just thought he was laughing, so I'm like, oh, like we all just laughing and geeking. But yeah, I see. It is wrong. It is really, really wrong. And what we did was wrong. You know, he clearly was uncomfortable with it.
Well,
you know,
isn't this like this is the person who also admitted that she basically abused her little brother for years? And then it took 6 years for her to even say sorry. Which already there, something is a little bit off. No?
And he was very hurt by it, so.
This was definitely better than her last attempt. She actually seems kind of remorseful for her actions, and while she isn't super descriptive with what she could have done better, she comes across like more of an actual human being here, as opposed to whatever was happening last time.
Do you ever look at someone?
I guess she's 39.
On inside their head?
Why 39?
Think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy. Damn.
That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
I like to sting my bugs, you know?
Unfortunately for Nina, it was too little too late. Zoe Spencer faded into the background as Nina Lynn became public enemy #1. This apology could have been great, but given she had previously said it was embarrassing for him as a man to criticize her actions, her saying that she was worried about him now rang pretty hollow. Thousands of YouTube videos were released discussing the clip, and especially how she downplayed what she did. FanFan, a streamer who had appeared with her in several videos in the past, felt compelled to call her out on stream.
Nina was like, it's embarrassing for guys to be assaulted. It's he should be embarrassed as a man. What? Like, this is literally why men don't come out about being assaulted.
However, throughout the entire thing, the person we've heard from the least is the actual victim. Saeed himself eventually addressed the whole thing more formally on a stream. While some had said that he was talking about it for money,
I guess you constantly don't want to talk about something that made you very uncomfortable. Like, it makes sense. It makes sense. And honestly, if the victim, aka Saeed, didn't want to say a thing about this anymore, I would respect that. Because you don't owe that to anyone.
Or for clout, he actually disabled monetization features on the stream. He wasn't trying to farm
He probably wanted to put it behind him, to be honest. Yeah, exactly.
His piece to be heard in all the noise.
And hello now.
As you know, in February, some things did happen on the stream. I didn't handle it properly. I mean, I did talk about it briefly, and I just didn't want to deal with it more because certain people reacting to certain ways. I have logs of multiple things talking about it. I'll show all of them, and I will come out about past experiences where this has affected me a lot.
Saeed then discusses the claim that he was actually fine with what happened and only decided to make an issue out of it much later on to gain clout or hurt Nina's reputation. In several screenshots of messages he had sent to his friends after the incident took place, he outlines his feelings. People are just ruining my mood. I am at the bottom of the barrel right now. I shouldn't have turned on stream because it just made it worse. The reason why the whole situation was bad for me because I was assaulted 2 to 3 years ago by a gay man and nearly R-worded. That's why I got my mods to just ban the term, because I don't want to talk about it. Just a weird situation. It opened up past thoughts during that time. In this same stream, Saeed also provides some more evidence of Zoe and Nina doing the same thing in other instances. He felt he had already done his best to express discomfort, but that was disregarded for the sake of Nina and Zoe supposedly producing entertainment for the chat, if that's what you can call it.
That's the big question. What kind of entertainment is that? Hello? Just for themselves? Because who the frick watches that and is like, oh my god, this is so funny, ha ha ha. And if you do, get help.
No amount of explaining can fully do justice to how Saeed probably felt while everything went down.
And the reason why I didn't say anything about it on stream or anything like that is I've dealt with something like this before, and I didn't want to. When I dealt with it originally, I was working at a job. I told my boss about it, and all he did was make jokes about it, and I didn't want to tell my parents. It did affect me a lot. This situation did bring back those memories, and it was hard to move past it originally.
As I said earlier, when this incident first took place, nothing came of it. It was only about 1.5 years later that it resurfaced, but the public being a year late to everything that went down did not prevent commentators from weighing in, most notably Asmongold and Moist Critical. Both of them had already been calling out Twitch at the time, with the site being embroiled in multiple scandals due to the staff's preferential treatment of certain streamers and inconsistent enforcement of their terms of service. Only a few days before the clip of Nina and Zoe went viral, streamer Emiru was at TwitchCon.
Sadly, sometimes it feels easier to push something under the rug instead of bringing it up to the light. I hope everyone in that situation finds the courage to protect themselves. Amen. Preach to the cumber gods, said Sid. Well said. Well said.
Where she was assaulted by a guy who just ran up to her.
All right, this is uncomfortable as hell.
Whoa.
After the
This is
incident, Emiru
insane.
pointed out that Twitch had previously banned her security from the convention,
Actually
and that
insane.
the company had done very little to prevent situations like this from
Gross.
happening in the future. The security in the clip who reacts is my own security.
Gross.
It's true my favorite and usual security guard was banned for holding a stalker's arm to bring him to the police at a past TwitchCon. However, there were at least 3 or 4 other TwitchCon security staff in the area who did not react and let the guy walk away, as you can see in the clip since they don't even appear in the frame. In Twitch's statement, they said that the guy was immediately
The main reason I discourage con going anymore. Yeah, listen, I would probably never step a foot into a con ever because too many people, too crowded, too scary. But like after everything that has happened to streamers and people in general on these kind of things, it's like no. There's no chance in hell I would ever go near these kind of gatherings. Cons are pretty messy nowadays. Yeah, it's not good.
caught and
Not good.
detained. I'm sorry, but this is a blatant lie. He was allowed to walk away from my meet and greet, and I didn't hear he was caught until hours after he attacked me.
That's
And it
crazy.
felt like this only happened because of my manager
Like an
pressing
actual
for it,
assault
not because
happened,
TwitchCon staff
and they
present thought it was a big deal.
didn't give a
Despite Twitch
shite.
obviously doing a poor job of handling this situation in the first place, the least they could have done is ban the person who assaulted her. And they did for 30 days. She herself had to
What?
put pressure on the staff
What?
before they decided to permanently banish
Nah.
him from their servers.
Nah,
With the
no.
conversation already heating up around Twitch's lack of action towards this kind of behavior, people were very quick to call for Nina and Zoe to be banned as well.
Any length of time that she's banned for, that is not a permanent ban. I mean, committing a felony on stream, I feel like that should be an instant perma, right?
Very much feeling the pressure,
that
Twitch
sounds
did end
about
up
right,
dishing out a
but
ban to both streamers
clearly it
for
isn't.
one day. Saeed himself would tweet out thank you now that some kind of punishment had been passed down. But for many, Twitch's response was not sufficient. It had taken days of raising hell on every platform imaginable for any action to be taken. And given their lackluster performance when Emiru was put in danger, people weren't about to give up on the calls for action.
If you don't take that seriously, what the f are you going to take seriously? It's a crime.
Then Nina's story about what she did to her brother also
oh no,
resurfaced.
everything surfaces.
Video of her admitting that she would beat her little brother.
I mean,
it was
yes,
so bad
it's a
that
good
CPS
thing.
got involved.
At this point, Nina Lynn was under a microscope. Anything bad that she did would become content, and clip after clip from her career resurfaced. People wanted to know what made her the way she is. For example, why
What
was she
made
so
her the
callous
way she
towards Saeed
is?
initially? Well, for one, it seems
Do
like
you
she
need
has
to have
some
a reason?
psychological issues when it comes to men in general. In September of 2025, 1 month prior to the Saeed clip becoming a matter of public discussion, she had appeared on a stream with Pokimane when the question of requirements for dating a guy came up.
My type is the obeying type.
Are my eyes deceiving me? She's alive. Ducky, your eyes are working
Shut
100%.
up when you need to.
I am alive.
Mind your own business. Make sure my business is running good.
We back.
If I need assistance,
We
in
backers.
anything, you have to drop everything and help me. Your wallet is my wallet. My wallet is my wallet. Yeah, any girl you talk to better be your sister or your mom. Other than that, don't talk to them too much either. Mom, maybe yes, because you know that's mom. And then any of your wife, brothers, or homies, they have to check in with me. Because you know, if you want to find the secrets of their boyfriend, you go through them. So I have to have all their contacts. Location is always
Oh,
on,
glorious
and have a
day.
AirTag in your car. Without you know it.
Bless you, Ducky.
It's her
Ducky, Bucky, Wucky.
People have preferences. Yeah. And then if we do, it's for breeding purposes only. That's my God. Like I don't want to be like that.
Now look, I am not one to cause an issue over people making jokes. If something is said with the intention of humor, I'm generally not going to give someone grief over it. At the same time, other clips of Nina
That's
also
my
reflect
name
this same
now.
stance, so I think this is how she actually feels.
Oh my God,
While
did
no
I
one
just
else on this
rename
stream
you,
said
Ducky?
anything that
Really?
implied disagreement with her
I feel
list here,
honored.
she was obviously the one who really got negative attention for it, which was only magnified later on when she volunteered for a TikTok street interview.
So how do you even date in a city like this?
You don't date. You don't date.
What's enough for you to commit to a man?
If you leave me the f alone, listen to my orders. If I tell you to do this shit, clean the house, come home with a nice full meal already ready for me, you know, we're not because that's just for breeding purposes. You know what I mean? That's good enough for me. And also some guy just stay in his lane, never ask too many questions, don't bother me, that's it.
So do you not want to have love one day?
Oh, I don't care about it.
As long as I got money, I'm good.
I honestly think it's a good thing that she's removed herself from the dating pool for the sake of the entire general population. But on a deeper level, it seems like Nina does have some trust issues and is unwilling to get close to people. It's
have no interest in relations,
and it may, in some way, explain her outwardly aggressive behavior.
You don't get horny? No. Wow. I went to my doctor. They did tell me that I have low sex drive, and my hormones are cooked.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, man, that's not a bad way to live, though.
It's a great way. I don't think about that.
Yeah.
Some of this may be exaggerated to be funny, but in all of these videos, she's talking pretty candidly. It's not just stuff that she's saying for the sake of getting clipped and posted online.
I love too hard. That's my problem. I love too hard, bro. I love way too hard.
Too hard as in abusive? Question mark?
Nina, why you not date? Nina, why you don't have a boyfriend? Because this is what happens when I like you. I won't go to jail. I won't go to jail. Okay? I won't go to jail. Because if I like you, it's done. By any means, anything will happen.
I'm concerned.
By any means.
It's not exactly impossible that she fully believes that her boyfriend should be a workhorse who will occasionally be deployed for breeding. While she hadn't yet achieved the same level of infamy as other rage-based streamers like Johnny Somali, people did have real contempt for her, to the point where even more innocent clips were being construed in a negative.
She sounds like she smokes a pack every 5 minutes. What the hell? She just has a deep voice. I do too, according to you guys. Do I sound like I smoke 5 cigarette packs a day?
Light. In one clip from her stream, we see her trying to make a cat pick up a toy by putting him into a toy bin. She is slightly too rough with how she tosses him into the bin at the end, but overall, nothing absolutely insane happens here. The cat does not get hurt. This is not a shock collar incident.
Kaya, please just
I don't want to see this.
This clip of Nina was met with some very serious accusations by some people. I'm fully aware that these tweets are usually made to farm engagement rather than to spread the truth.
I feel like all these real life nuisance streamers, I guess there's some VTuber nuisance streamers as well, they should not be allowed to even look at an animal. That's just my opinion. Nasir's voice is smoother. Ah, thank you, Panko. I guess that's a good thing. Thanks.
It goes to show the degree of disdain
like
people quickly
butter.
develop against online personalities once it becomes normal to openly
what else is smooth? Smooth like Nutella.
dislike them. But just because there are some instances where the hate isn't totally justified does not—
You sound like Mommy Budfish. She sounds like sister of Marge Simpson. Well, damn. If I could sound like Marge Simpson, wouldn't I be like a voice actor or something? Yeah, I dislike all of these streamers, and if they haven't been shown on stream, I would not go out of my way to learn anything about them. Yeah. People usually use smooth as chocolate. Oh. Close enough.
Not mean that there aren't also instances where it's completely warranted. Nina adopted a very antagonistic personality with the internet at large. They wanted her banned, and she only got hit with a one-day suspension. As soon as she came back, her content had more eyes on it than ever, both from new viewers who liked what she was doing and from those who wanted to see where the trash fire would go next.
Zero, I think if you did a voice acting for a royal character in a show, it would be cinema. A royal character! That's very specific. That's interesting. It would be so cool to be a voice actor, but I don't think I'm cut out for it. Don't you have to like study something or be able to like manipulate your voice in certain ways? I can barely speak my like birth language or English, guys.
So she began taking actions to deliberately piss people off.
Which is never okay. That is so valid.
Okay, we got it.
No, I gotta go.
Oh my god! Hold on, yo, hold on! Damn! I look cute! Yeah. Oh, they
Funny.
mad.
Obviously, this isn't the worst thing you can possibly do on stream, but
Hello,
there is a general
Shadow
problem
Reaper
with
89.
so-called nuisance
Hello,
streamers who will
welcome
disrespect drivers, store employees, and random civilians for the sake of content. And Nina was becoming no different. Stopping in the middle of traffic here was not good for her stream. It did not make the content better, and it didn't make the people around her feel more comfortable. Instead, it was done intentionally so that viewers would clip it and
A lot of
post it
voice
online to call
manipulation,
her
but there's a lot of
obnoxious. She was
VAs
now operating
that
under
just use
the
the normal
belief
voice.
that all
Oh, really?
publicity is good publicity. I'll let you decide if that's a worthwhile philosophy by the end of this video.
Anyone ever needs a voice actor, hit me up.
Come out the car.
What's really eerie is that at the same time all of this was going on, Nina's own mother gave her a very foreboding warning.
My mom just texted me. She said, next month, your luck is not too good either. Okay, bro, what the f? Is she going to a hand reader, bro? Why is she text? My mom just texted me a whole paragraph in Chinese talking about some, your luck is not too good
I'm
next
so
month.
scared of going to people who can read hands or like cards or thingies. Because what if they tell me the worst kind of shite? What am I supposed to do with that information? Like, what if they tell me my life is complete shite and it will never get good? And then I just have to walk away from there, living with that information. I'd rather not know then, you know?
She really should have listened to her mom's wise Chinese proverb and stopped pissing people off for content, because in October of 2025, another clip of her touching someone inappropriately came to light. Nina was on stream with fellow creator Disguised Toast, wherein he was getting a massage from an actual masseuse. Nina saw this
I think
and
I've seen this
suddenly
Toast dude
interrupted
before.
to start groping.
Doesn't he have like a League of Legends team or something? Few months ago, I did an online tarot card reading. It was accurate. Oh, really? That's interesting. That's interesting.
While this was clearly done for the stream, it wasn't agreed to beforehand by Toast, and many suspected that he was only quiet about it at the time due to the cameras being on. Maybe he didn't want to make it seem like he was making a scene in front of a live audience. According to a statement he made 5 days after this went viral, they were right. This clip is going around with the recent
Your life is about to change for the worse on Normal Tuesday. Oh my god, that would be so depressing. Honestly, I don't get this Nina lady, Nina person. Why does she always have to go for like touching people inappropriately? Even if it's just for a bit and it's fun and she doesn't have any sexual attentions behind it, it's still weird. Like, just don't go there, no?
So I'll address it. I was trying to get a massage from the physical therapist when Nina, an IRL streamer I've never met, pushed aside the therapist and started grabbing at my ass while I was already laid on the table.
Yeah, it makes
I
no
felt
sense.
pressured to go along with it because there were 3 IRL streamer cameras pointed at my face, and I was also at a sponsored event. I didn't want to escalate the situation. I was extremely uncomfortable the whole time.
That's so sad that people have to like bite down from like telling people like, hey, that's not okay. Because they feel pressure about cameras and being sponsored. Like, hell no. If you're uncomfy, you're uncomfy. Just say it.
Definitely should have said something in the moment, and I regret not doing it.
Oh my god, 200 biddies? From Ferret King! Oh my god, it's been a while. Thank you, thank you. Zero, I missed you in chat, but work be hell and been kicking me ass. But I'm here with some love now. Oh, don't feel bad. I mean, we all have those periods in our lives, right? And I hope work isn't kicking you too hard. And I hope you get the chance to recover and have some fun, sis. And I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back. It's always fun to see you in chat.
So,
Yeah,
and
thank you for the
honestly,
biddies.
a little ashamed of myself for not speaking up, because I just know if I ever spoke about it again in the future, people will say, well, you should have stopped it then. This tweet from Toast currently sits at over 1 million views, with replies from people like Jacksepticeye. So it's safe to say that it really caught the public's attention this time.
That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
I'm done.
Nina had spent months trying to break into the streaming
This is also
space,
kind of
and
sad.
now potentially
Because I'm just guessing, right? But I'm guessing Saeed is a smaller content creator than... Oh my god, Ferret King! Thank you for the gifted tier 1 sub. That's insane. Thank you, thank you. But I'm guessing Saeed is a smaller content creator than the Toast guy. So now that the Toast guy as well put out a statement about it, it gets more traction. Oh, which also is a sad feature. But, oh my god, I just don't understand. Why would you even go there? Toast is massive. Oh, he's like huge. I see.
Collaborators were being pushed away by the constant negative press she was getting into. Even the Times of India was reporting on this, bro. That's how you know you're cooked. Did they really have to use this
What the
picture?
hell?
I look 15
Hello
pounds
there.
fatter. I look
Hello
like I'm
there.
about to
Hello,
anally
hello.
explode a Wendy's restroom. Now, when the clip of Toast came to light, Twitch once again issued a ban, this time for a week. Obviously, 7 days was seen as far too short of a punishment by her critics. Assault live on stream is a 1-week ban? How is this possible?
What is Twitch thinking? I do not understand. If you assault someone, then you should not be on the platform. No? Isn't that just common sense? Why is it so difficult? I was late. I was playing Deadlock. You're not late, but God damn it. Don't feel that way. Deadlock, though. How is the new patch? Is it good? Or is it still crazy with the some characters being very broken?
There's a point where people should be contacting advertisers and Amazon leadership, and I'm pretty sure we're there. Other people in the replies compared Nina's situation to drama that was happening with Tectone at that time, who had been banned for 2 weeks.
Viscus is OP? Oh, damn. Is he back in business? Is he back in business? My Guinness. Oh. Is my unicorn babe still good? I love my unicorn lady.
For calling somebody fat. This part of the conversation is less about Nina and more about Twitch's inconsistent enforcement of their terms of service. It speaks to a broader problem with the platform itself, where some behavior from some creators is severely punished, while the staff allows more egregious actions to slide with a slap on the wrist because of who is committing them. With all that being said, I do want to point out that a Twitch ban can sometimes be positive for someone's career.
But Turkey Tom, how could a ban be good?
Obviously, a permanent ban is a hit to anyone's career. It strips a creator of their main source of income and forces them to rebuild on some less relevant or more socially maligned alternative.
Maybe some people shouldn't be creators. All I'm saying.
Sure, you'll be in the news for a day, but after that, unless you've got a super loyal audience where every single viewer will transfer over to the next
think she was
platform,
nerfed.
you're gonna
She
have
got
a
nerfed,
very
sadly.
dark
Oh, no.
uphill battle ahead of you. But when you get a temporary ban, you get to have your cake and eat it too. Firstly, everyone talks about the ban, whether it's fair or
Oh, yeah. It kind of like it attracts more traffic to you. Holy. I did not think about that. But that's true. So does this mean that if you get banned, it should always be a permaban? Not sure about that. But if it's like SA things, then it should be a permaban.
unfair, whether you deserved it, what you were banned for, and all of that attention funnels to your Twitch page. Once you return, everyone who already watched you, plus a ton of new viewers, want to hear what you have to say.
Well, what drama did I miss? Well, I've missed it too, because this apparently was some time ago. The Nina Lynn files. I've never heard about Nina Lynn before, but apparently she's not seemingly a good person.
Some of them may even become longtime fans. This is exactly what happens with people like Nina, who are constantly issued temporary bans. Everyone talks about it, and when she comes back, she can keep acting like an idiot with new viewers every time.
That was $18. Diabetes.
With all of that being said, it's my personal belief that when this 1 week punishment was dished out, Nina started to get a little scared. Sure, she could take the backlash from every online personality under the sun, but once her income was threatened, she probably thought she might have to clean it up a little, at least for the sake of appearances to Twitch, who, make no mistake, as bad as their moderation is, they held the keys to her kingdom. The 1 week ban was dished out on October 30th, and 3 days later, she took to Instagram with a classic Notes app statement.
She called herself Nina Daddy.
With white text. Tasteful.
Let's see Paul Allen's Notes app apology.
I've made a severe...
I want to start off by saying my actions and words are inexcusable, and I am in no way defending them. I will not deflect from my wrongdoings, but I will speak on my truth, as there have been many clips circulating and spreading false and skewed narratives. I wanted to take some time and compose myself and reflect before releasing my apology. I'll make a brief caveat here to say that most likely this part is her just justifying why she's only addressing these things now when they were already going viral on Twitter for weeks. If I were to guess, at that point her strategy would have been to ignore everything until it went away. And she only caved in and made an apology post when that strategy didn't work. She continues. First and foremost, the comments I made about the situation with Saeed were completely misunderstood by the public.
Ferret King with the 770 bits. What the freak? Oh my god, thank you. Thank you. I don't deserve it. You should spend that money on yourself. I swear. Thank you so much, though. Thank you.
And I regret not choosing my words more carefully. It is never embarrassing to be harmed or to speak out about it ever. What I intended on expressing is that it is incredibly inconsiderate to bring up a friend's trauma in a joking matter and weaponize it against someone on a huge platform that could re-traumatize the person harmed, as that is the only opinion that matters in this situation. I should have chosen my words wisely and spoken with more empathy instead of rushing my way through it and accidentally
he did spend it on himself through you.
I am deeply sorry for the way I addressed the situation.
Oh, yeah. He got the #1 badge for the biddies. That is true. Totally worth it. Thank you so much, Ferret King. That's very kind of you.
And it was never my intent to make matters worse. To me, this is a part where she outright lies. In the clip, she specifically says, as a man. There's really no beating around the bush.
Me, I take accountability what I do. If you didn't ask for disrespect, I didn't know. So you gotta let me know. If you did, I will always apologize. That's just normal people. But for him to walk around and say all that crazy shit, you never think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that? It's embarrassing for him as a guy.
Nina could have excused this by saying that some random stream or party
such
isn't the right
wording.
time to address a
Such
situation
an odd
as
statement
serious
to
as
say.
this. Instead, she
What an
decided
odd
to
things to
downplay
say.
her downplaying what she was
what is that
accused
sound
of.
like?
But make no mistake,
What an
at
odd
the time,
thing to
she
say.
said it was embarrassing
Something
for
like
him to complain about it as a man. She then says, prior to this situation escalating, as soon as I was notified that he was deeply hurt and wanted to reach out to me, I was able to message Saeed several times and apologize for my actions. It's inexcusable to have let it get that far to the point where he felt uncomfortable and harmed. That was never my intent, and it was completely my fault for not stopping the segment and
So
reading
I'm
the
feeling
room.
like we have watched all this shite she has been doing. And I'm guessing the conclusion is gonna be she's still active and she's still earning money as a streamer. Because nothing ever happens. I swear to
As
God.
I was convinced by others that were close to him, implied that it was a joke.
You can
I
just
joined
be the
in,
most
which
terrible
I was in
person ever
wrong
on the
for
internet.
and will make no
And people will
excuses for my
still
lack of
support you.
awareness and my actions. If she really did reach out to him privately and try and make it right, some credit is probably due there. In situations like this, the performative part, which is a public statement, should probably come in tandem with actually making it right with the person involved. But once again, it doesn't really excuse that he seemed pretty uncomfortable in the clip itself, and her behavior was repeated, albeit not as egregiously, with Toast, which she addresses next. In regards to disguised Toast at the streamer games, I was also out of line. Although I did not move the massage therapist out of the way like he described I had, and I asked for permission from Toast before he had laid down, I still shouldn't have been so comfortable with him, because we never met prior to the streamer games. I let the focus on content creating blind me, and I went too far to try to get a clip.
But why does she think content creation is touching someone else's booty? What does that have to do with content? Confucius.
It was at the expense of someone's comfort, and I deeply regret it. I have reached out to Toast as well to apologize profusely for my actions. My intentions were never to harm Toast or to catch him off guard, and for that, I am deeply sorry. While it could have ended here, Nina then gets into her broader philosophy with streaming and how things have clearly taken a turn for the worse. I've had a few days to think about how I've been approaching streaming and how my actions can negatively impact people around me. I never want that to be the case. I am incredibly sorry for any and all harm I have caused, and I will strive to not only be a better streamer, but a better person overall. I know I've received backlash online, and I will take all of it in stride. I will never let the hateful comments stop me from pursuing my passion of streaming and being with my incredible community and the team I have built, which has been truly amazing throughout this situation. Whether the comments are coming from other creators, former friends, or viewers, I will strive to do better, learn, and grow, as that is the best and only option. I I am aware that no matter what I do or say, there will be people that will use this against me. But I know myself, and I've never had malicious intent. I will work even harder than I have in the past, and although I may not ever be perfect, I will be the best version of myself possible. I know I took issue with her framing of her comments at the party, but beyond that, as far as content creator apologies go, this isn't half bad. If Nina had truly taken a step back here to think about the kind of person she wanted to be, or at the very least, the kind of person she wanted the world to see her as, there could have been a redemption arc. Maybe in a few years, she would be seen as someone who got into some trouble, but ultimately learned her lesson.
I'm guessing she didn't learn, because there's like a lot left on this video. It's telling me things.
Video's not over yet. As soon as she came back, she was clearly making light and ironic references to her SA accusations.
Oh, can't touch you no more because I have to make a sign of NDA. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
Oh, so now she's joking about it instead.
Oh, me punch you?
What the
punch
frick?
you? Are you okay?
Did you send the NDA or no?
You sure? So I am not assaulting you. No. I am not. You consent to this.
Yes.
You fully am okay with this.
Yes.
You will not use this clip against me later in 3 months later.
Never.
Or 9 months later.
No.
And she wasn't going to move on from the band without firing back at her critics, including Asmongold.
And I'll say one more thing, and y'all know who this is, bro. That weird mother that lived in the basement of his mom's house that be chatting about me all damn day long. You are obsessed with me. I think you in love with me. No cap. It's been way too many clips I've seen you, bro. Like, you low-key upset.
Oh my.
I'm flattered, but you gotta chill.
I don't really care that she wants to call Asmongold a basement dweller because apart from the fact that I think he streams from an attic, he is—
I was gonna say, isn't Asmongold in an attic? Not technically a basement dweller then. An attic dweller?
guy. But
I don't know if that sounds
Nina,
better.
I don't think you get to be this bold and brash when you just had 2 back-to-back near-miss career-ending bans for groping people on stream. All of that talk about Nina changing who she was
Reverse
as a person
basement dweller
went right out the window now that she was allowed to be annoying.
He reversed that
First,
shite.
there was an altercation between Nina's entourage and a woman who was annoyed at their disruptive presence in a restaurant.
At all these restaurants and
wait,
you come through and you like make a scene.
Oh, are you talking to us?
Yeah,
we make a scene? You're making a scene right now, an ugly scene. Yeah, insane. No, you're actually so weird.
Yeah.
You're telling us
You
we're
are
making
so weird. That's the streamers.
scene, but you're making a scene right now.
Attics are pretty fire. I have not lived in many places with attics.
Give her the moment, give her the moment.
This chick
But
definitely
from
seems
what
a
I
little
remember,
tipsy to
they're
me,
hella
which is
scary.
probably why she's willing to confront these clowns. But her
They're just
general
as scary
complaint
as
is
basements
valid.
when you're a
Nina
kid.
is a loudmouthed person
Hello,
who enters
Autocons.
private
Welcome in.
businesses and then yaps loudly for money. She's not some polite citizen, and as a result, people don't treat her that way.
Am I okay? No, I'm not okay.
Do you know that other person?
You know what I know? That like I work around here and like y'all are affecting my livelihood.
No, Dad,
You're
what's
not
your issue?
affecting what's my issue?
I'm not gonna lie. If I saw a group of real life streamers in a restaurant where I wanted to eat, I would make a U-turn and go to another restaurant. I'm not gonna lie. I would not want to witness or hear that.
That y'all are coming in here and you're causing so many.
And who are you? Do you own this one? Are you good, bro? Are you dead ass good?
Yeah, hey, on fucking camera.
It's really funny to see how quickly Nina gets confrontational in situations.
Yeah, I don't really understand why I'm guessing it's for the content. So she probably starts to fight with this lady because she's like, oh, you were pretty disruptive, blah, blah, blah. And you can, like a normal person would be like, okay, sorry, bye. But it's the content, guys. It's the content. We need to start fights and be as awful as possible so we get the monies. That's how it works.
Like this.
Man, did you take a perk? Did you take a perk? Did you take a perk?
You can take the girl out of the Bronx all you want, but you can never, ever take the Bronx out of the girl.
Yo, bro, come out the car, bro. Come out the car. Come around. Come out the car. Dad, come out the car. Come out the car. Come out the car, bro.
It's just funny to me that she gets so pressed over someone pointing out that she is
Real life streamers are such a plague. Yeah, especially the ones who are disruptive like this, right? The nuisance ones. Then there are like, I guess there's like nice streamers as well who do real life content. I'm not sure because I don't consume it, but I bet there are.
annoying. It shouldn't be a shocker that the average person wants to be able to do their job or eat their dinner without some tryhard sticking a selfie stick in their face and addressing a chat that isn't even in the room right now. If you were able to Photoshop their phones out of real life, streamers would just look like insane people screaming into the wind.
That is so true. That is so true. It's people like this that make Japan go back into lockdown. Yeah, for reals. Hello, Avaris. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. They don't learn until someone fight back with not just words. I wouldn't know.
About chat and donations and 6'7".
I've gone to college for a long time.
Well, you need to go back.
Oh, funny. Haha. She stands there with her entire crowd. That's so... Oh, God. This is so cringe. This is so cringe. Haha, so funny.
I hate that I have to watch this. The best.
Ew, oh God, it did the cringe. The cringe, guys. That's probably the worst thing I've watched today. Not that I usually watch these kind of horrendous things, if it isn't with you guys. Because otherwise, I would never watch it. I love you and your streams. I'm glad to help. Oh, that's so kind, Fer. That's so kind. Thank you so much. And I hope work isn't as awful anymore. Grown-ass woman that still thinks she's 18 years old. To be cringe is to be free. Embrace the cringe. Not like this, bruh. Not like this, brother.
What this does give us is
this
an
is just
insight to
awkward
Nina's
as hell.
brain. At times, it appears she's uncomfortable with the fact that people hate her. She gets offended when a normal person expresses their opinion about how annoying she is. Maybe her attitude would be justified if she didn't just continue being obnoxious.
Yeah,
but
this
of
Nina
course, she
Lin. We're
just
learning
keeps
about
going.
her.
That same
And I'm starting to regret that we're learning about her.
month, a very similar situation happened at a nail salon. A woman takes issue with Nina cursing and doing her usual shtick in the same room as her 13-year-old daughter. Although, unsurprisingly, Nina didn't take very well to this complaint.
And the language that you're using in front of a 13-year-old, I don't appreciate either.
This is a public space. I'm gonna let you know that right
Yeah.
now.
She's saying, oh my God, I was just going to say it's a public space. So you have to like respect everyone in that public space so everyone can enjoy the time there. Like, hello, you actually said it yourself, but you don't freaking understand. It's so cringe.
This is a public space, you know, so.
Well, and we wait our turn like grown-ups.
No,
In a
100%.
public space.
And I'm just letting you know that, you know, sometimes you can also ask, hey, would you like to please
Oh,
use normal
oh God, I can't watch these things. It like literally hurts my soul. I'm too Swedish for this. We just shut up. We are just quiet and look the other way.
It's just me. Trust me, we got no one else in there.
We got no one else.
Even if these two encounters weren't necessarily ban-worthy, you can sort of gauge the direction that Nina was going. Completely incapable of taking criticism, or considering that her IRL streaming can come off as extremely annoying to people who aren't interested in being a part of it. Although I've censored it, it's also worth noting that in her stream, she's just showing this 13-year-old girl's face when she could easily record from an angle where she is not visible. As she seemingly played into being as unlikable as possible on stream, she only attracted more negative attention. Nina appeared to be shoplifting in front of her viewers, going as far as to show how she was doing it.
This right here is crazy. No way, bro. This really gotta be 30 bucks. I'm too poor for this.
Here you can see that she put the butter on top of the steak and then scanned the butter but didn't scan the steak. World-renowned linguistic expert and detective XQC managed to calculate that in total she probably
that could just be an honest mistake, but at this point I don't trust anything she does.
About $60 worth of groceries live on Twitch.
Which the barcode is at the back. Like I said, it is on the black part of the back, not in the front.
You'd imagine that when people are accusing you of stealing things from a supermarket, despite having enough money to pay for someone else's groceries, the natural response would be to say, no, I didn't steal that. Fortunately for Nina Lynn's haters, she is a straight up gangsta, and she wasn't about to take this one lying down.
I'm telling you, bro, even if it was the stakes, bro, yo, bro, ain't nobody missing no money. Calm down. Go ahead, put that on Twitter. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. Hold on. Oh, matter of fact, you want to make a
Oh, thank you, Bird King, to the gifted to Ducky. Ducky Wucky Bucky, whatever it was. That's so kind.
This clip got nearly 4 million views, and the calls for another ban were deafening. It didn't take long.
Okay, so she brags about not paying for her groceries. Couldn't she just pay for someone else's groceries or like do something nice? This is depressing.
To go find a dozen other suspicious clips of Nina seemingly trying to sneak stuff past the scanner. To normal people, this made her look very bad. But to be clear, she had given up on appealing to normal people. Her grind was now producing as many hateable clips as possible so people would go to her streams. Hopefully long enough to sit through a couple of Funko Pop ads.
But why would you want to like speak to a community of haters that just want to watch you do stupid things? Like, why does that feel like a right thing to do? I missed a few days. I have to make up. No, don't say that. Don't feel like that. I appreciate it though. That's very kind.
Becoming more and more hated by the day. As Jason the Ween and Stable Ronaldo said they hated her since the first time they even came in contact. Weirdly, while Nina herself had basically admitted to the crime already, one member of her usual entourage, Wendy Ortiz, came out to say that she had never actually stolen anything. It then somehow turned into a conversation about how people who don't like Nina just hate women.
But they're like woman haters. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so drunk.
What? What did this woman just say? So if you don't like Nina because she essays people, she steals things, she's a nuisance, she fights with the random people for no reason when she has like 5 people backing her up because she's this cool gangster streamer. So if you dislike that, you hate women? Did I understand that correctly? Because what the frick? My favorite strategy, she's a bad person, but you hate women for hating her for it. Yeah, like what? It's so dumb that it's actually baffling. Like I'm like, we need to study these brains. Or maybe we don't. I was gonna say we need to study these brains so we understand how they're thinking, but I don't think it's worth it. I don't think there's much there to study.
But no, like actually, like it's insane.
No, yeah, like that doesn't mean anything. And also, like Nina didn't steal anything. Like actually, like she paid for everything she went through. She goes to the store, she spends $500 on groceries just because she loves us. Why wouldn't she pay for something that was like $20?
It was literally
just a clip farm. No, literally like.
As you can see, there are a lot of Harvard alumni in the room with us now. So almost 10 years ago now, there was this saying, this meme with prank channels where they would do something insane and then say,
it's just a prank. My soul wants to like curl into a fetus position
now the excuse
and die.
It's just clip farming.
That's how cringe feels.
Nina appeared to be shoplifting. She said that she shoplifted, but I guess she did it for the clip, so it's fine.
It was literally just a clip.
The idea Wendy pushes here that anyone should feel bad for Nina is just so stupid as well. Whether she actually did it or not, she wanted everyone to think that she did. You can't complain about that after the fact. A temp ban was issued once again. In the downtime, instead of an apology, Nina spun this as some kind of 5D chess, where she actually wanted to be banned the entire time, describing it as a W rage bait. At the time, there was a tweet going around saying that she had been indefinitely suspended, which many reacted to with pure joy. Critical was skeptical, saying there was no chance that Twitch had finally decided to take her URL out back and blast it with the BFG from Doom. But Asmon actually bought into the hype.
She is permabanned. It says currently unavailable. It is the same message as Dr. Disrespect and destiny. The idea that she's not permabanned, she's lying to save face to make it look like she is not cooked, but she is absolutely 100% cooked.
It turns out she was not cooked. As a matter of fact, she came back a week later like nothing happened, because ultimately nothing did.
Yeah, of course, it's Twitch. Yet VTubers are not allowed to show hits.
The whole thing, she decided
then
to
we get
double down
banned.
on the shoplifting
Make it make
case
sense.
by showing what
Make it
she
make
says
sense, guys.
is her receipt from that day. The idea being that she never stole in the first place, and once again, this was all some Machiavellian 5D chess.
Yeah, but why would you tell your viewers that you did, and then just go back on your word? Like, what's the point?
Butters to beats. What can I say? W. Rage clip.
Much like everything else surrounding this drama, her
So
receipts
wait, she's
were also
celebrating that she rage clip people? Like, what's going on? I wish I understood. I wish I did. Or perhaps I don't. I am not sure. If I understood, would I be a rage baiter as well? Not sure.
carefully poured through by the French-Canadian Sherlock Holmes.
That's just cap. We have to see the amount. We have to see the amount in it though, because that's by the pound though.
It's by the pound though.
It's a detective.
1.6
Detective
pound.
mode.
Yeah, 1.6 pound. That's $12 per pound.
What is he saying though? I do not know.
I'll let you guys be the judge of how likely it is she actually kept the receipt from Target for 3 weeks prior just to prove her innocence, or if she made a fake one just to scrap together a W after being reamed relentlessly.
Her voice is
by the entire
unbearable.
internet. She would further stoke the flames by implying that the story had been manufactured entirely by Asmund.
What for some kind of news,
If I ever end up in court, I'm just gonna say I'm just doing a clip. Me too. Me too. If I ever be caught doing something bad, end up in jail or anything, I'm like, but I did it for a clip. It was a rage bait. Duh. And then I get set free, right? That's how it works.
do something. Like, you got a talent. You know how to spin a story.
And she also
Your Honor,
embraced
it
the
was a
hatred
W
more
rage
broadly,
bait.
saying that she appreciates the people who talk about her regardless of the reason why. She did this while dressed as the Grinch because it was Christmas. Just putting that out there because I'm sure some people will be confused why the Grinch is from the Bronx.
Ain't no better marketing team than the haters. I'll tell you that right now. Guys, I'm not even joking when I tell you this. I love it.
Is she in a garage?
I love the support, the hate, the everything, bro.
At this point, part of her ethos is sort of being a canceled person, so she definitely stands to benefit from claiming that the shoplifting thing never happened. And in all fairness, I guess there is some small chance that she never stole in the first place. It was all staged. She wanted to be banned. She wanted this to happen. It was all part of her,
of course,
plan.
Of course.
So she could get
It was her
publicity and get
master
people to go to
plan
her
all
stream
along.
and type in chat calling her annoying. In which case, Nina Lynn, I apologize, and I'd like to formally ask you to allow me to become a member of the Chinese race. I bow to you. But obviously this theft, whether it happened or not, is not the only thing people hate her for. Whether it be the other incidents in the self-checkout aisle, her groping Saeed in disguised toast, no matter who you are and what you hate, Nina Lynn represents some element of your contempt. So it's not surprising that her return was met with more negative attention than ever. But what's more interesting to me than her interacting with people like Critical or Asmongold is the way that she tries to mudfling with other streamers who are, I don't want to say in her position necessarily, but are not beloved by the internet at large. One of the first few to get targeted.
I mean,
by
who
Nina
else would she hang out with? Of course, it's Miskiff. Like, I'm not surprised that he is on the screen right now. I'm more horrified than anything, because yeah, his face is something.
Miskiff, who apparently had made some kind of insensitive comment about her voice sounding like a
Lord
man's.
of Demon
Now, Nina
Time,
started
yes.
talking about him on stream.
The
and he
demon
eventually
time that
reacted.
never came.
You the last one to speak about Asian fever or yellow fever or liking Asian woman, because I can't find no Asian female or Asian thing that would even like your ass.
Brother, there's a whole tier list. What do you mean? What are you on about?
That's my thing. You can't say that. Every Asian girl loves me.
Unfortunately, Miz was clearly not as agitated about Nina as Nina was about Miz, so this beef didn't amount to much. She did try to farm some drama with Asmongold by claiming he's pushing 50 because Asmongold is in his mid-30s, but nobody with a decent reputation was really interested in engaging with her directly as much as they just like to react to clips of her making a fool out of herself.
I'm so
but
confused.
Eventually, Nina
I am
would
so
meet
confused.
her match.
Didn't
Aiden Ross.
Miskiff get banned from that other site? What's it called? Kick as well? Or was that fake news?
The one guy who was willing to basically mud wrestle with her on the same terms.
Dan Clancy, did you her? I gotta know. Shit, if Dan wanted to get his nut off, I don't blame him. Let him get his nut off. But damn, an unban? You have to show your receipts because nobody thinks you bought anything because you're a thief.
Since everything is quieted down, she has continued to stream, although her collaborations with popular creators are seemingly a thing of the past. Anyone in her vicinity now risks falling victim to the black hole of controversy that she's built for herself. And for most, the incentive just isn't there.
Like,
Looking
is
at
it
the state of
actually
things
worth
today,
being a
it's hard
nuisance?
not to hate Nina Lin. What's even more difficult is remembering a time when things were as simple as jumping on a garbage truck and going to the Met Gala. But the reality is, she's not the only character in her story. For every degenerate, annoying, and criminal act she takes part in, there's an army of clippers posting her stuff and making her go viral. An attention economy built on outrage. From her genuine fans, few as they may be, to the people who call her out. At this point, she is well aware of which cog she is in this machine. And while in some way this system benefits her, at the same time, the kind of content she makes is like a drug. For the users, the first
Looking at the state, the last nuisance creator was successful was Filthy Frank. But yeah, didn't he stop doing the nuisance thing? I think I saw some kind of video about it, that he's just like, nah, not worth it. Because it isn't. But I don't know.
First time is the best. With every subsequent
Might have been someone
iteration,
else.
she needs to one-up the level of offensiveness just to get anyone to care. And with each case like this, the normal people filter out until
Yeah, he
only
makes
the
music
true
now. He
addicts
makes
remain,
music?
hate-washing her streams in the
Damn.
hopes they can get Elon Musk to wire $17 to their bank account by posting her worst moments on Twitter. At the peak of all the hate, December of 2025, she was averaging over 2,000 viewers. Almost an all-time high for her. This
That's
has
still a
dwindled
lot.
every month since then, now barely cracking half of that metric. If she wants to maintain any sense of a lasting career, she's gonna need to turn things around and make content that viewers will want to watch consistently, rather than clips that hate watchers will want to see for 15 seconds before they scroll to the next thing. Probably George Droid, or maybe an AI video of a dog blowing up the front of a house, or maybe it'll be, like a gambling advertisement. That would be good. Yeah, things are good. Anyway, I've been Turkey Tom. Thanks for watching, and until next time.
Well, thank you, Turkey Tom. That's an interesting name. Thank you for the video. Now we know all about Nina Lin, or what's worth knowing, I guess. I'm not sure if it's worth it. So I'm guessing she's still on Twitch then. What was her name? Nina Daddy something. Nina Daddy is back. I mean, she's still doing well. Look at the views. Well, that's disappointing. That's disappointing.